It is time to become a furry. Where? Most of the time, reference sheets are very basic. It is your character usually standing in a still pose where you can see everything. Now, as an example, here's my persona. This is Cade, and you can see that I have little things on the side, like the eye color, the exact color that's used for that, the color of the clothes and the little patches, their tail and the book and everything like that. Now, with a reference sheet, you usually want them to be in a very straight pose, like T-posing or something like that, as fun as that sounds, so that people can see everything and be aware of what they are drawing and have a basic reference. Your silly little brain is very, very good at looking at things and copying it down. But if you don't have, for example, if I just sent this to a person, they would just be able to draw this. And they would likely forget about the eyes in the ears, or maybe mismatch the colors or anything like that. So it's very good to have a basic understanding of what you are drawing. Now I'll show a speed paint and explain my process of how I put together my process and everything. So the first thing to get down was kind of the pose and what I wanted them to look like. I always try and overcomplicate things. I always end up overcomplicating things, which makes it harder for the person using my OC to have an understanding reference of what they are looking at. But you can see that I'm just doing a basic pose, just Cade facing face forward with their entire body. If you're not comfortable doing it full body, you could do a half body, but everything like that. Now my process is very, very base bones. I just put things down, throw it around, see what I want. I'm a very experimental type when it comes to that sort of thing, and it's not that hard for me to draw a Cade because I've drawn him a million times, but for another person, they might take a long time to draw him. That is just how our process looks like. Now, to bring out faults of my own, I don't have the mark on the E. Cade has this little eye that you might not be able to see properly. That is right here. My pen isn't working. Fuck me. Right here. And a lot of people are actually not aware of that. Or aware that they have two eyes like this that looks like the most basic way to draw an eye. That is because he is a voidling, which is its own species. I'm not going to delve into it because it's not important in this video. If I didn't put this down, someone might draw him and not be aware of this detail that is very important to his character and his lore. So it's basically just an archive of what the people, the person you do, looks like. And a lot of artists like to do this because the process is very, very satisfying. Seeing something come to life, seeing something be born in a sense. It's very satisfying. And I genuinely really recommend it, even whatever level you are. If you just want to draw a stick figure, you can draw a stick figure, because everyone will draw differently and everyone will be able to have their own little bit of them in it. It's like, I don't remember who said this quote, but there was someone who said, every artist has a unique touch to them that will make their piece stand out. So what is missing from this reference sheet? Now, a lot of people might look at it and be like, that is okay reference sheet. I could use that to draw my OC. But a typical reference sheet would also have a way to look at them from the back. Now, I'm not very comfortable doing that, and that is a thing that I need to work on. Typically, if someone wants to draw them from a side angle or any other angle, they would need a reference for that. And that is something I need to work on. Now, this is just a personal thing. You can draw as much as you want or as little as you want. You know, we're all on a different journey here. And I don't want this to dissuade you from doing your own reference sheet. Because it will look amazing. It will look completely brilliant. It will look like its own little amazing sheet. You know? We're all on different journeys. And I don't want people to look at my art and be dissuaded from doing their own art. Because that's something that I feel like a lot of people might have issues with. Me included. I look at beautiful art and I'm fucking terrified because y'all are fucking really, really, really good at art. Another thing is, I was asked this question and it is such a good question, so I'm gonna say, why not give people the shade you use for example, for when I shade a piece. And that is because it can make it look different than it actually is. Color theory. We love it. No, we don't. It will be very hard and difficult, maybe for newer people or people who might have issues with seeing colors or anything like that. It'll overcomplicate it. It'll overcomplicate the entire process, which I don't want to. I don't want to make it harder for someone to draw my character. And I've had people say that they have difficulties drawing Cade, which I completely understand. He is, in my opinion, I find him very easy to draw, but other people might find him very difficult to draw. It's just how we are as people, and that is a-okay, because we're all on a different journey, you know? But to give you guys an easier way to do so, I have now a reference sheet of Cade. Now, I did want to show you guys. Here is another example of a reference sheet. Now, this is Fish, a zombie OC of mine, and she's not done. But this is a good way to do it as well. If you don't want to draw full body, you're not comfortable drawing full body for any reason, you can do a little bit of fun pose. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing poses when it comes to references, because you need to see the person from every angle, see how their clothing interacts, how they look. A T-pose is the best way to do it, and also to establish your dominance, but you can also just have a little bit fun with it. I feel like you will need to balance the fun and the serious of art. So here is Fish. They are my OC, and you can just see me plotting down the basic colors of everything. It's not shaded at all, and I think I'm going to do very minimal shading so people are less likely to misunderstand color, or to find it too complicated to draw, you know? Because I want to make it as easy as possible. Is red. The thing and the reason why people also plot down colors is because this is also red. And this is also red. For a person to accurately have the color of the hair of a character or something important or something like clothing, like this, they need to be able to find the exact color of it. Now, some people use hexadecimals, which is right here. Other people just take the reference sheet, look at the color, and then use it and swatch it down somewhere. This is also used in traditional art, fun fact. This is another way a reference could look, and I do hope you enjoyed and found this useful. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. We are always happy to help, and if you could subscribe, that would be so cool. Anyways, have a good day.